Everybody, welcome to Upland. I'm sitting here with the one and only YK2012. You may know him from his YouTube channel, Upland Guides, or his website. It's actually his 2-year anniversary, so YK2012 reached out and I said, let's celebrate your 2-year anniversary, which is April 9th. Happy anniversary, YK2012, 2 years.
Yeah, thanks, X1. This is great to chat with you. And 2 years, the time flies by in the metaverse. Like every month in the metaverse feels like it's eons as so many things are changing. So it's a really exciting journey that I've become a part of since I joined Upland.
Yeah, so why don't you go ahead, for those who maybe aren't aware of you or your content or your work yet, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my username is YK2012, and I started playing. I had no idea what I was doing when I joined Upland. I didn't know much about NFTs or the metaverse or anything, but I wanted to start learning, and I joined the game, and I figured that it would be a really great tool for me to start developing things to teach players how to play Upland. So when I was teaching my friends how to play Upland, I realized that it was not a very intuitive game and that it was inefficient from my end just to be teaching one person at a time. So I figured that I can start creating a guide, a written guide, and also YouTube in order to better explain to more people how to play Upland, and that will really help to accelerate people's learnings in the game because it is not such an easy game to get started with.
Actually, I'd like to ask you, what are your thoughts on the new Explorer Center?
So the new Explorer Center is really important. When someone comes in, they obviously want to know what all these different assets are, what they can do, and the very basics. But once you start developing and thinking about how you want to be and present yourself within the metaverse, you really have to have some sort of a concept and a vision for yourself, what kind of properties you want to own, where you want to own them. And the Explorer Center is something very introductory. But if you want to learn more strategies or different ways of playing and accessing Upland, then the Explorer Center is just the very basics. There's a lot more to it, and that's also why I think my content is still going to be relevant, even as Upland improves the Explorer Center, and also with these missions that you've been speaking of. I feel that my content is still going to be relevant because people are going to have to understand that strategy and what they can do with all of these things.
Yeah, I'd love to take a moment on strategy. What kind of strategy is there in the game? Different types of strategies? And then what kind of strategy do you implement? What type of player are you?
Well, I'll start with myself. Myself as a player, because I have created a lot of content and I have a following and a platform, I'm really trying to think of how can I serve the greater Upland community in all of the cities that exist. So I'm trying to do a little bit of everything everywhere. Also, as someone who's creating a guide, it's really important for me to actually get my hands dirty, so to speak, with all of these new features. Now, you just dropped the ability to create speedways, so I'm looking to create a number of those. And obviously, I'm going to be building businesses around those and creating exciting opportunities for people to get involved in racing. So I really need to touch a little bit of everything. Now, that strategy is not going to be relevant for 99% of the player base. So it really depends on, from my perspective, what players want to do with their own personal time and their own personal money that they're willing to or not willing to invest can really dictate how you are able to play the game. If you have a lot of time and you really like things like scavenger hunting, then that might be great for you. But if you don't have a lot of time, scavenger hunting is probably not the best use of your time within Upland. And if you're good at numbers, then maybe you're good at flipping properties. If you like car racing, then you might do car racing. There are endless opportunities of what you can do in Upland. And I think that's what makes Upland so fantastic, is that you can come in as who you are and do what interests you. So everyone really needs to have their own strategy. And by one player, whether it be me or anyone else, dictating, what you should be doing, I don't think that's right. So I'm trying to teach people how to open up their own minds and find their own path. As the metaverse is something that is very new to most people. I think of it like the internet. When you join the internet, they said it was the information superhighway, and nobody really knew what that means. So the same thing with the metaverse. It's very difficult for people to conceptualize what you're able to do here. So I'm trying to explain what these different options are, and then players can kind of figure it out on their own as what works best for them.
Now, let's talk a little bit about your 2-year anniversary. You have events planned. To tell us a little bit about what you have planned for your 2-year anniversary.
That's right. So I invite everybody to come and join a tour. I am hosting a tour that you can do on your own at your own pace anytime between August 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific time to August 18th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to start in Brooklyn and Manhattan. Brooklyn is the first city that I joined, and the very first property that I bought is going to be the starting point of this tour. Along the tour, I'm going to have a YouTube video that explains the top 5 things that you need to know about Upland as you're starting out. Even for new players and experienced players, I have lots of tips that I have after spending a lot of time in the metaverse, and this is just something that I want to share with everybody. I think it will be really beneficial, and I figured on my 2-year anniversary is a great time to share this with you guys. Also, anyone who completes this tour is going to be eligible to win some great prizes. The tour is sponsored by the Howard Beach node, and we've got prizes such as properties in that node, Spark, Block Explorers, even a Manhattan property, and UPX. So there are lots of prizes to be won, so I highly encourage everyone to watch my video and to complete the tour.
Yes, for anybody interested in participating in this, we've dropped a link in the description below, so make sure you give it a click, go check it out. We've also dropped YK2012's channel as well as his website down there, so go check out both of those, share them with your friends, or anyone interested in Upland's great resource. Well, let's finish on this question. What is the feature that you're most looking forward to?
The thing that I'm looking forward to is wearables. I'm not a huge fashion guy, but I think that is something that's really innovative and exciting that is happening in other metaverses. And what we have now with your integration with Ready Player Me, where you can create an avatar, use it in Upland, and even take him somewhere else. I or anyone in Upland is going to be able to create like a t-shirt or any sort of outfit or jewelry, sell that within Upland, and then players are going to be able to take that with their Ready Player Me avatar and use that in other places. So I think that's a great way for players to really learn how to get started in Upland and have that exposure in other places, because of course, as your avatar, you're not going to want to have them naked in other places. You know, whatever you purchase, whether it be in Upland or any other metaverses or spaces, you want to be able to import that into Upland and also export that out. So that's something that's really going to connect Upland with a lot of the other metaverses and spaces in Web3. So that would be my answer, but there are tons of other things that are just really exciting as well. Everyone should come check me out. Even if you're an experienced player, we have new things like wearables, we have new things like these speedways. So everything is new, even for experienced players. So I'm still going to be here explaining all of these different features and how to best utilize them. And of course, any new player should head over to my YouTube channel, as I have an entire library there of everything you need to know about how to get started. So everyone should come check out my content: YouTube, Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere.
Excellent. He's YK2012, everybody. Definitely check out his content. Highly recommend it. Thank you for being a part of the community. Happy 2-year anniversary. Here's to another 2 years. YK2012, thank you for being here.
Thank you.